you're anointed. If you're a Christian, you have a mission and a plan that the Father's inviting you to, because he doesn't want the game to unfold without you being right in it. Even though he could obviously, with the blink of an eye, boom, do it all himself, but that's not his plan. His plan is that these hands be anointed. Brothers and sisters, may the Lord give you his peace. Father Malachy coming to you again from Matagalpa, Nicaragua, and joy to be here with you. Just recently, I also had the joy of celebrating my 1-year anniversary as a priest. Just wild to think about. It was last year in the midst of the pandemic and up in New York that I found myself preparing for priestly ordination. I've been a friar for 12 years, and that moment was something I've been looking forward to for so long. And when the moment came, it was nothing like I had expected. I was in a chapel in one of our friaries in Newark, New Jersey. I was with 10 people, few of whom were my family, the rest friars and the bishop who ordained me. The original plan had been St. Patrick's Cathedral with hundreds and hundreds of guests, all the priests of the diocese, all the priests of the community, sisters, the choir, all of it. And there I was in this chapel, and it was one of the greatest gifts the Lord had given me. The gift of having this simplicity, this silence, this stillness, as I received this tremendous mystery and gift of the priesthood. And in that moment, one part of the rite that was like something that was a moment, I'd say, of encounter, deep encounter with the Lord. And that was when they anointed my hands. There's a part where the bishop anoints you with oil, which is called chrism oil. It's got this fragrant incense in there called balsam, and it's mixed together. So I put my hands out, and the Bishop Manny Cruz, takes the oil and begins to, with his thumb, anoint my hands. He dips his thumb in once and anoints them, dips his hand in a third time, continues to rub oil on my hands, which are cupped together. I'm sitting there, and eventually the oil starts to pool in the bottom of my hands like a bowl. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy's done. And sure enough, he looks at me, he looks at my hands, and then he goes back for more. And at this point, he lines the outside edges and all of my fingers so that there is nothing untouched by that oil. And I walked away with those hands just fragrant with that anointing and the experience of this mercy of God. And those hands, as I looked down upon them, I knew that they had been set apart, that they had been consecrated for the work of the Lord. And in this last year, I've had the joy of witnessing that, like firsthand, watching people who through these hands and the mystery of the ordination I received after years, decades of being away from God, coming back to the church through the sacrament of confession, anointing people, being with those who are at death's doorstep, and with these hands being able to offer them the grace of that forgiveness of sins, the anointing of the sick, holding the chalice, holding the body of Jesus in these hands that have been anointed for a work, for a mission. And I was reflecting on that because the fact is, that wasn't the first time that I was anointed. And that anointing is unique, it's specific, it's unlike any other. It's for this ordained priesthood. These hands ordained to be able to bring you Jesus through the sacraments and bring you to Christ through those sacraments in his church. But you've been anointed too if you've been baptized. And if you've been confirmed, you've been anointed with this oil, this chrism. And it's because God, in the mystery of his plan of salvation, said, hey, I want you to be a part of the work of redemption. I want to share the joy. I want you to be in the game. You know, I remember as a freshman in high school, sitting on the bench of the varsity team. I was tall, I am tall, but I didn't have all the skills developed at the time because I started playing basketball later. And sitting on that bench, and it was like every time that the coach's head would turn away from the game, which he's obviously falling back and forth, watching everything, fully attentive. And you're kind of watching the game, cheering your guys on, and then also pendiente, you're looking towards the coach, hoping that he might turn his head towards you and call you out. And in some sense, there's a part of, I think, all of us, that like, we don't want to just be spectators in life. We don't want to just be looking on from the outside, watching things unfold, feeling as if I don't have a place, I don't have a purpose, I don't have a mission. And the fact is, if you've been anointed with that oil, you've been called by name, And that anointing is upon you still. St. John in his letter says as much to us. He says, the anointing which you received from him abides in you. There's an anointing that's abiding in you. A year later, guess what? My hands don't smell, but they're still anointed. The physical fragrance is not there, but the power that was given still remains. And the same is true for you if you've been baptized. God doesn't want you just sitting on the bench watching the game of life, watching the game of salvation history unfold, watching the church move in whatever direction, whether you think it's great, you think it's bad, feeling as if you're helpless. No, there's a power that has been given to us in the anointing because there's a purpose for your life. There's a mission. He wants you in that game. He's calling you, says, come on, let's go. I have a plan for your life. And if you don't yet know what that is, if you don't yet realize that you too have been anointed, and in fact, the reason we have that name Christian is because of the name given to Christ, which means from the Greek, this Christos, it means anointed one. If you're a Christian, you're anointed. If you're a Christian, you have a mission and a plan that the Father's inviting you to, because He doesn't want the game to unfold without you being right in it. Even though He could obviously, with the blink of an eye, boom, do it all Himself, but that's not His plan. His plan is that these hands be anointed so that as a priest I could bring you Jesus in the sacraments. But His plan is also that you would be anointed through your baptism, through your confirmation, so that you can bring Jesus to every single person that you know in your life, whether it's with your family, whether it's with your friends, whether it's in school, whether it's in work. Wherever you are, you go as one who is anointed. You go as one who is sent. Father's calling you, inviting you to step into this beautiful story of salvation. That's your story, that's my story. Brothers and sisters, we're in that journey, we're in that beautiful, beautiful story that's unfolding. Poco a poco, vamos a llegar un día al cielo. We'll see you next week, brothers and sisters. God bless.